What's up, guys? Tyson here. Welcome back to Dark Souls 3, and we're gonna continue on in our Dark Souls journey. Now, it's been a while since I played this actually, so I gotta remember what the hell I was doing. So looking right off the bat, we're Dex build, correct? So, Dex, bam, right up to 30, right up to 30. We got what, one level? Got one level to play with. Probably a good idea to bump Vit up, because Vit's always good going up. But let's bump Vigor up, so that way, because you get like, what, yeah, 44 more health? We'll take that. So good, we got our Dex to 30. That's a pretty, for a Dex build, that's pretty good right off the bat. For this point in the game where we're at, 30 Dex is pretty solid. So we're going to head back to the Cathedral. We have all the shortcuts open. And I believe everything on the ground floor is done. So all that is left for us is to go up to the roof, which I dread. I'm not a big fan of going up there. But it leads to something very important. It leads to one of the covenants. And it should lead me to Patches. Because I was wondering, I did some research on like why he wasn't showing up where he was supposed to show up. And it was because I actually did everything the correct way you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to go through the cathedral, see him on that side of the bridge, talk to him, let him trap you, and then he shows up on the other side of the bridge. So that is the correct way to see him. Is it this side? No, it's the other side. That is the correct way to see him. So, we're going to go finish up the cathedral now, and then get everything done that we need to get done. And we'll proceed to the boss fight that's in this area, which hopefully shouldn't take that long. It's not that difficult of a boss fight. I'm hoping we can do it one shot. That would be most present. So we're now up top. If you remember going through this area, you'll remember this guy used to sit up here and bow you to death. But the reason for coming up here is kind of hidden. You have to go outside and around, and it leads to a ladder. This ladder takes you all the way up to the top of the cathedral. And you'll have to do some finagling to get in, but this is the way to get up. Kill this gentleman. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Deep ring. Oh, I believe that's one of your attunement rings. So now you're just gonna run off, drop down, take a little bit of damage. There's no avoiding that unless you got Silver Cat or whatever. Deal with some Grammys, some friendly neighborhood Grammys. Then we gotta go deal with a couple enemies quite quickly. Oh god, they're so strong. It amazes me how strong these guys are every time I fight them. Like, even though they're kind of big and lumbering, you do not want to get hit by these dudes. Go ahead and flask up just because I don't trust myself. Sir, you dropped your wallet, sir. You dropped your wallet and there appears to be a Grammy on the field. Oh, no thank you. No thank you, sir. No thank you. Ouch. Hey! Oh, God! Okay. Well, this was an unforeseen event. Okay. So what's the fastest way to unfuckulate this? That way's definitely a no-go. So let's go this way. Let's go this way, and we'll just backtrack. We'll just backtrack our way through. Because we got all the shortcuts open, we can do shit like this. We'll go through the front door. Unfortunately, we're going to have to make a run back through, but that's not a big deal. It's not like there's a ton of enemies we have to go fight. Good, the elevator's up here anyways. We'll just run through, get back to the elevator, and go through that way. This is where all the gentlemen are hanging out, having a gay old time. So we're gonna run over here to the right. I believe there's a Grammy. What's up, Grammy? Out of my face, Grammy. And now this is going to lead us back to this shortcut. See, bada boom, bada bang. Sometimes the world is very tricky, and you have to unfuckulate this puzzle that you appear to have put yourself in. Good. Now we're back on our way up top. And that other dude should be pretty much dead. He was like one hit away. And then we can actually go into the cathedral. Boom. Took a little bit of damage, but there's nothing really wrong with that. We're not low enough to where I'm distraught. Excuse me, sir. I have a rebuttal for your proposal. Yes, you remember me. Oh, you hit me again. Asshole. Asshole. Now we appear to have a Grammy friend over here that's just hanging out, enjoying the sights. Excuse me, Grammy friend. Pale Tongue. That's used for the Covenant that I believe is it? It might be after Pontiff, maybe? I don't know, maybe. So that way's blocked off. Blocked off. And here we go. Here is a way in. So we got some Grammy friends. Now this is a very Grammy, no! So this is a very dangerous area, as you can see. You can fall off in so many different ways. But the same is true for your enemies. And if you're just a badass motherfucker that doesn't mind fighting these guys, then go right ahead and fight these Black Knights. But for a motherfucker like me, I'm just gonna cheese the fuck out of them. I am going to refuse to fight, and instead will run swiftly. See if we can sneak this item away. Nice. So we got his attention. He's literally on our ass. Oh no! Man, I'm telling you what. I've died a lot in this game, but in this one playthrough alone, me recording this one playthrough, I've died so many ways that I've never died before. Like, never died to the Crystal Sage. Never died to that right there. Man. I blow myself away every day I play this game. Blow myself away with my incompetency. Alright, so skip. Fuck! Kill me! Okay. Let's try this one again. And you may be asking yourself, but it's acid. Why? He's over there by himself. There's nothing to get. You've already gotten the item. Why still go after this guy? Let me fucking tell you. I'm doing it for me. Not for you. I'm doing it for me. Alright, bitch. Now this is going to go down the correct way. No, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to do it right. I got impatient. I said, I'm going to go do this, and I'm going to get it done. Come on, bitch. Yeah, I know you see me. I know. Come on. What, is this motherfucker going to have a stare down with me? Come on, bitch. Yep. Oh, what do you know? He fell. Let's see if we can see his body. Let's see if we can see it. Oh, there it is. There's his fucking dead body. Yes. Back on track, people. We're back on track. Daddy's happy once again. After many, many frustrations. Daddy has recooled his core. Now, there are 2 more enemies that this needs to be done to. This gentleman, which you can still hear him clip-clopping around. That's how you know he's still following you. Ooh, this one's got a little bit of vigor to him. Now, as dumb as this looks, just running around in a circle, I can pretty much promise you, he will walk off one of these times. Oh! He's dead. Look at his corpse. Now, that's 2 down. 1 more to go. Hello, fine sir. Have you heard the rumors of the ghost of the cathedral? It is your brethren, for they have died. Ah, nice arrow. No, thank you. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Use your buff. See how far it gets you. You know what that buff doesn't help? He's dead. We win. Okay. So, the whole reason for coming up here in the first place, besides dying a couple of times and getting other motherfuckers to jump off and kill themselves, is to get right above this little area right here. It's kind of hard to describe where this is at. Just kind of take a mental note of how close I am to like the front, and just look down. There's a platform, and so make sure you have a decent amount of health because this is a drop. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. My heart just fucking skipped a beat because it couldn't believe what my brain just did. Fucking skip. Oh my god. I'll be completely honest. After failing the way I just did, I have no confidence in that fall anymore. It ruined it. Like, this game straight ruined it. So you jump down there, I'm so out of it right now with the amount of fails that I'm having in this one episode. It's pretty sad. I thought it wouldn't get worse in the forest, but it's definitely gotten worse than the forest. Just in my pure incompetence. So the worm. The worm is dead. And here we are. So, we are now on the other side of the bridge. That Patches was over there in the onion armor, and here is Patches. So, talk to him.
I'm Patches. You seem to be up. Do you have business?
You know who I am.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was my hand. Regrettable. Truly. Look at you. All's well that end. Yes, we'll be fine. I can... yes, just a little trinket.
So he gives you rusted coin and prostration.
You know, if you're as unkindled as you look...
Now, this is the important thing. Is, in order to progress, Siegfried's shit, you gotta buy all of his armor. So, unfortunately, I can't buy that right now because I don't have enough. But
can't find any. Oh, you could.
He should. I haven't tried this, but he should. Now that we've finished all the dialogue with him, he should relocate to. He should relocate back to Firelink, which is where we want him, and that's where I'll go back and get the armor once we're finished with all this. So this was the platform. I don't know how the fuck you lowered it. I guess it's some kind of trap, but this is how he lowers it to get you back into the pit. So now you've got that bridge back up, which leads back up to the big double doors up at the front and gives you easy access back to this beginning area. But we're not going that way just yet. First thing we need to do now is head this way. Gonna go up. And what do you know? More gross ass worms. God, these are like the worst creatures I think I've seen in a Dark Souls game. Like, they are so fucking grotesque. This guy doesn't even give a fuck. He's just standing by saying, kill them. Kill them all. Oh! No thank you. Good God. I'll tell you what, if anybody's ever got a maggot fetish, man, this is the zone for you right here, baby. So, all the piece of shit maggots are dead, and you noticed off of that guy I got the red soapstone. Soap sign, basically. You can put that down in order to be summoned to invade somebody. It's like basically if you want to duel somebody, that's your ultimate way of doing it. But we don't do none of that shit. So, we'll open the big double doors, and this leads into the Rosario Covenant, the Rosario Fingers Covenant. This is the essential base PvP covenant. There's a couple PvP covenants, but this is the one that if you wanted to do straight up PvP, this is the one for you. And that's who you would talk to, is that lady right there. Now, I don't want to ruin any of my other quest lines, so I'm not going to. But you can if you want to. And this body had the Thorns armor on, which is a very unique armor piece. It is the only armor in the game that lets you do damage to somebody by rolling into them. If you have that full set of armor on, if you just roll into an opponent, it'll damage them. So that's kind of a cool armor set to have if you just like fucking around and roll into people. It's like a goofy armor set, but it is a true tried and true armor set. So that pretty much does it for the optional shit. As painful as this has been, that is basically the optional shit up and down. Now, unfortunately, actually, I need to go back to Firelink anyways to make sure that Patches is there, but unfortunately, we're going to have to drop 2,500 to get to re-embar ourselves, because we are just fucking awful. But, and I'm going to have to do that every time. I should just buy 2 of them, right? Because there's no fucking way I'm going to do this boss the first try. You know, I'm just too fucking dumb. But before we start talking about that, let's make sure that Patches is here. Because I kind of need Patches to be here. Because if he's not, we're in a bad spot. Patches is not here. So all that tells me is that he's got to stay at that other place. He has to. Because those are the only 2 places where you ever see him. So I guess once we get the souls that we need, we should be able to go back there and buy all the pieces of armor off them. Hopefully we get enough from just the boss battle alone. That would be nice. Where should we start? Let's start in the Cleansing Chapel, and we'll just run our way up. Actually, I could have went 2 birds, 1 stone and just spawned at the Rosario Chamber and then walked down across the bridge and down the elevator. That probably would have been a good way to do it too. But we're not fucking with any of that shit. So now, all of the cathedral's done. We're just gonna beeline right to the boss. So let's go out this way, probably. Now this should lead us the way I want to. Yes, I did pick the right way. Okay. So we're just going to ignore him. We're going to ignore Mr. Grammy. No thank you, Mr. Grammy. We're on our way. I'm going to have to go through the old sludge once again. Watch out for this worm. This big worm likes to jump down on you because he thinks it's cool. Big perm, big worm. No thank you, big worm. Big worm's dead just because we don't like the look of his face. And now we're heading back up here to the Fun V zone. But here's the nice thing, is you could just say fuck it YOLO and run past it. Not even do this fight. They will fire at you, but I can guarantee that you will be fine. So here we are at the boss fight. Let's fucking do this. First try, baby. The Deacons of the Deep. So, this is a very unique boss battle. Probably one of the best boss battles in the game. Now, the only way to do damage to the boss, as many enemies as there are here, is you have to kill whoever has, like, the red light. Ow. Whoever has to kill, like, the red aura around them. That is essentially the boss. All the rest of these people aren't the boss. They're just there for fluff. And every time you kill somebody, the spirit moves, which enables you to... See, that time it double jumped. It went to somebody else. Now, the toughest part about this fight is sometimes the spirit ends up being in the middle of a crowd. And at that point, you would kind of have to kite a little bit. You have to kite in order to get the dude out in front that you want to fight. Okay, the spirit moved on its own, which is kind of nice. And it moved to a guy out in front, so that does me a solid. There we go. Took a little bit of damage, but it's fine for getting the spirit to move around. This is perfect. See, there we go. It sent a guy like in the middle of the pack. And for fear of getting basically ganked, I wouldn't recommend jumping into the middle of the pack to try to kill him. Look how fucking this dude wants it. This dude out, this fat guy really wants it. Knock your punk ass down. Okay, so it looks like it moved to a guy in the back, which is perfect. Bam. Move to another guy in the middle. Let's see if we can pull this back a little bit. There we go. Now the second part of this fight. This is the actual Deacon. Everything you've been doing up till now was just was a farce, basically. This is the Deacon. Oh God! Oh God! Oh my God! I'm getting fucking wombo combos. Jesus Christ. So, what you need to do is during this fight, these dudes put up like these curse things, basically. They're like curse wards. You have to interrupt the curse wards in order to prevent from being cursed. Good Lord. Once all of those curse wards are finished, it prevents you from being basically super cursed. And if you, of course, if you know in this game, if you get cursed, you're just fucking dead. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're just fucking dead. So you kind of want to kite most of the people away. God damn, that curse ball hurts so much. So these dudes are trying to summon the curse right now. It's one of the guys that you see like pushing their staff in the air. Like those are the guys that need to be taken care of. God, that fucking curse. It's so hard to avoid that. And the thing about this enemy is, no matter how many of them you kill, he'll just keep coming. Like, there's not a limit to the number of people here. I'll pop one more flask just to be sure. We've got him pretty close to death. At this point, it's just a formality. There we go. Woo! It's a tough fight, man. It's a tough fight by yourself. But honestly, that is probably the funnest fight in the game. It's probably the most unique. And it's super fun, especially if you do it with a crew. If you got like a crew of people, like all using goofy ass weapons like the Farron Greatsword and all the other shit like that, that boss is a blast. Like, that boss is super fun. So we've got the souls. Now I want to go check to see if Patches is still here. We'll go to the Rosario real quick, buy his armor, then hopefully go get Siegfried out, and we'll see where we're at on time. I mean, we still got a little bit of time. I'm not pushing it too hard right now. Probably could be able to get at least a little bit into the Farron Keep, which is going to be our next destination. Which, if you know the Farron Keep, man, the Farron Keep sucks ass. Hope you got a lot of fucking poison resist shit on, because it's all poison. It's essentially the new Blight Town for old Dark Souls players. We're gonna backtrack. Gonna ignore all the Mr. Worms. Mr. Worms, Mr. Big Perms. So is he here? He is still here. Okay, so this is just where he sits. Fine with me. Make sure not to hit him, because that would be sad. Alright, so.
Can't resist it.
Now, we buy the helm. We buy the chest piece, we buy the gloves, and we buy the pants. We have all of Siegfried's stuff back. And now we're dead broke. there goes pretty much all of our boss souls. Like, that pretty much sucked that all away. But it's for a good cause. It's for a good cause. And actually, I went to the wrong bonfire. I guess it doesn't matter anyways. I would have had to transport anyways. But it's for a good cause. We're getting our man Siegfried out. And he comes into play in a boss fight much later in the game. So it'll make it seem like all the stuff that we're doing now is very worth it once we get to that section. So we're going to take care of the cleansing chapel. Oh, got distracted there a little bitsy. Distracted by something outside. So, back at the cathedral. Now we're gonna head outside to where Siegfried is being held right now inside of his tomb in the well.
Maybe I've got.
So, throw armor. That gives, once you've bought all of his armor, you get the throw armor option instead of just do nothing. So he gives you the rejoice thing. And now that he's finished, he will move on to the next area the next time we see him. There will be one other spot where we see him. And then after that, he will be and then I think after that he will be at the final zone. I believe there's only one more spot left for him to be. I think. I'm not entirely sure, but I think. But for right now, we need to head to ye old shitty Farron Keep. And I think I know where I'm going to stop the episode at. I think I just want to get to that midpoint bonfire. That there's like a middle point. It's like right in the center of the Farron Keep. I'll get there real quick, and then we'll cut the episode off. And the next episode will be doing the entirety of the Farron Keep, which is going to be just a shitstorm. In fact, let me check to see. Do I have... Fuck, I don't have any of the poison resist shit. Like, I don't have any of that. That sucks. So we'll just have to be very cautious when dealing with this poison. Grab this item. Oh, there's some purple moss clumps. There you go. See, just right around the corner. Just gotta do a little bit of searching. Just a little bit. So purple moss clumps is what gets rid of poison. So if you're walking around this area getting poison nonstop, just pop one of those poison moss clumps and you're good to go. So now, we're gonna deal with some sluggaroos. Look at this family of slugs. These guys don't give a fuck. I'm a slug, I don't give a fuck. Ragged mask. Pretty much useless. Gonna keep making our way downtown. Killing shit. More slugs. So we're just gonna go grab this item. Fuck these slugs. A little bit of titanite shard. See if we can get out of this poison real quick. So next would be, there's an item underneath that. There's an item over there. We'll grab both of those. That's the shard. Okay, so that's very important to get. Don't forget to grab that, because that is super important. And if you noticed, I am poisoned now, and for any older Dark Souls player, you'll notice that poison works a little bit different in this game than it does in the other ones. The poison in this game is a lot more passive. Like, it stays on you for a very, very long time, but it doesn't do much damage. Ooh, some fucking prism stones. What a useless fucking item. So, it stays on you for a very long time, but it doesn't do much damage. See, like, being poisoned isn't that big of a deal anymore. It becomes a very big annoyance, but it's not like a game breaker. It's not like in the other ones where if you got poisoned, fucking good luck making it through the area. This is actually not that bad. Like, I'm gonna get rid of it just because I don't like having it, but I could have probably progressed through the area no problem with the poison on me. So, moving on up through this area. Is there any other items over here? There might be one or two around here. There's a gentleman right here that thinks he's slick. He's done. Drop anything? Nope. See if we can find any like hidden items. One over here. Some poison resin, in case you like to buff your swords. So the trick about this area is you have to extinguish 3 fires, and this is the first fire that you come across like on a natural progression. It's so weird that they have a cutscene for this. I guess it's just to explain to you what you're doing. You basically, I guess you like put the fire out with your hand, and it turns off the fire up there. And these giant pillars with the fire on top of them is how you know like where to go. Like, you just follow the giant, just find a high place and look for the pillar of fire, and that's the direction you need to go to extinguish the other fires. There's 3 of them in total. And that's your sign. There's 3 of those podiums right there. Oh, I guess that's giving you a little glimpse as to what you're going to forward. Bada boom, bada bing. First fire done. Now we're gonna move on. Head down this way. And I'm taking the straightforward path. Like, mind you, there is a ton of ways to go here. You can branch off so many different ways through this, like, poison swamp to get where you need to go. But I am just trying to get to the center of this place for right now, just to have this place finished. This enemy is very, very dangerous. I'd watch out for him. You do not want to have your head jumped on. These guys will, like, jump in the air to jump on your head, and they do a ton of damage. So just watch out for those guys. So now we came down that way. Right, yeah, we came down this way. Came across. Let's grab whatever the fuck this is. Pretty close. A little bit of Titanite shard. And we're going to run this way. Titanite shards all around this place. Now we're going to head up. It's really confusing because just about everywhere here looks the same. Like, no matter where you're going, it all looks the same. Purple moss clump. Some more poison resist if you need it. And here is our second pillar of fire area. This little secret area right over here. I don't really know what the fucking purpose of it is. But it's like, it's just super secretive. I don't know why it's here. I thought there was something over here. For some reason I remembered it different. So we're gonna go ahead and extinguish this fire. Bada boom, bada bing, as they say. And there is the bonfire. You can faintly see it in the background. That is the bonfire where we want to get to the center. Just go ahead and aggro these chumps. So that guy right there in the middle, he likes to spew fire. Or not, obviously not fire, but poison. Which isn't necessarily a big idea, or a big detriment, because this whole fucking area poisons you, so it's not even a huge deal. Alright, sir. You appear to have wanted to go first. I will kindly oblige. Now the nice thing about these enemies is, even though they block, they have that little wooden shield does really no real protection for them. So you can just swing right through those shields. Black bug pellets. And to my knowledge, see if there's any items like around the place. To my knowledge, that is everything up to this point. So we're gonna go ahead and light our bonfire. And that'll pretty much do it for this episode. Next time we're gonna finish up the Farron Keep and hopefully move on. And that this is going to lead into the Abyss Watchers fight, which is probably one of the better fights in the game. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.